A very good evening, Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And today is the 8th of May 2025, and we are taking a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. My name is Ronald Wekwamakusha. Emerson Mnangagwa's government says medicines are plenty in hospitals, and they've said that patients are happy with the treatment which they are getting in the same hospitals. Let us take a look.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to thank the honorable member for a very good question of wanting to understand what is the ministry doing as the roadmap to make sure that our Zimbabweans, our citizens receive quality health care. On the part of the social media, yes, it's very true that people on social media, they always talk what is not maybe happening in the ministry. But as the ministry, we are doing wonders as from 2018 to make sure the citizens receive quality care, because what we are doing is only known by the patients, not the social media participants. As we speak right now, Mr. Speaker, say, our citizens are very happy with the service delivery which you are giving.
Point of order. Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, sir,
Point of
as
order.
we speak right now, in the first 100 days of 2025.
There's a point of order. Just hold on, Honorable Minister. Point of order. Yes.
Honorable Speaker, say the minister must concentrate on responding, not denigrating citizens on social media, because even Parliament itself has already raised these concerns. And I remember the Honorable Vice President, when he was Minister of Health, even invited Parliament to tour hospitals. So it's not people on social media. He must just concentrate on responding on the legitimate issues that people are raising. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Wende. Why don't you allow the minister to proceed? And if he has not concentrated on the response to the question, then you can ask supplementary question. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Mr. Speaker, sir. Yes, I was on the way to say the complaints are coming from social media. No actual person has come to the ministry to complain directly to the minister. Nevertheless, as we speak right now, as I said, as the ministry, it has improved a lot in terms of service delivery. As we speak right now, from the first 100 days of the first quarter of 2025, we managed to change some hospital equipments in the 63 districts. That is X-ray machines, theater beds, and so forth. Right, currently we are working on other equipments which are going to be installed in the shortest period of time. In terms of medicines and every other sundries, the ministry have tried a lot, working hand in hand with the Ministry of Finance to make sure all these things are now available. But we know that in Zimbabwe, we don't produce or manufacture most of the drugs and sundries. So when we place orders, they are sourced out from the country, so they take 3 to 6 months for them to be supplied. But I assure this House that in the shortest period of time, we will see improvements, because everything is now well known that our social media is almost attacking the Ministry of Health, especially on issues of visitors, not the beneficiaries of the treatment like the patients. I can assure you, Honorable Speaker, say that if people move around and ask,
The patients themselves who are receiving treatment, they are very happy with the service they are receiving from our patients. I thank you.
Parliamentary.
So this is what the minister said, and it's very embarrassing to hear the deputy minister saying so. And we have questions. Who are the social media users? Are these not the same patients who are struggling in hospitals, who are not getting medications in hospitals? If you ask that question, the minister will not be able to answer. This is an embarrassment and a sign that we have a lot of charlatans right there in Zimbabwean cabinet. And when he says that it's only on social media, does it mean that when you become a patient, you can't be on social media? Does it mean that when you are a patient, your relatives can't be on social media? And what about Tinoma Chakaire, who issued a statement in his capacity as a minister and said that he visited hospitals and the hospital he visited was in a mess, and he was pleading with Baba Mnangagwa to do something in those hospitals? Is that a social media user or is a minister? Why is it that he's not responding on minister to minister levels? And how can a patient who is struggling to get drugs, to buy drugs from pharmacies, private pharmacies to be specific, how can that patient be able to travel to Harare to go to the ministry to see a minister? These ministers, they can't even attend parliament time and again. How will these patients be able, one after another, to go and see the minister to lodge their complaints? That is another question. And is it wrong for these patients to complain on social media? We are patients. We can't get treatment in Zimbabwe. We have a lot of ailments which we have, different ailments which we have. And if we are to invite this deputy minister to say, Mr. Deputy Minister, can we meet at Masvingo General Hospital, tende tinorapwa, will he come? He won't come because he know the truth about it. He know that there are no medicines. He know that there is no equipment at those hospitals. That is disrespect, total disrespect to the people who are suffering. He is talking about a procurement which goes for 3 to 6 months. And what kind of procurement is that? Why is it that when departments are buying medicines, for example, private hospitals, or when they're buying medicines, they don't take 3 to 6 months? There are certain drugs that do not expire in just a few months. Within 6 months, there's Singacha. So what happens if a procurement takes up to 6 months to happen? So that does not make sense to me at all. So this is it. I just want to acknowledge everybody who is live here with us. My sister Sarah says, Ichkai Mwari, apana mandh munhu afa achida painkiller munyarere. My sister Petronella, thank you very much for coming as well. And Tandolo too, thank you very much for the contribution as well. Paida Moyo, thank you. Petronella says, so any other person is not enough to tell them about the hospitals, only if it is one of them now. They tell us medications are available. Okay, Sarah says 45 years in power. Yes, so these people, they don't care about you and me. They care about themselves. That is the reason they are lying like that publicly. But let me tell you one thing, that their days are numbered and their time is coming. One day, these people will need to be held accountable, because he's saying this in parliament. We will need to ask questions, and it won't be easy. So this is Team Zimbabwe. I love you all, and let us continue to watch and see what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Let us meet in other episodes and other broadcasts as we continue to look at what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Before I go, my brother Dumisani, thank you very much for the contribution. And he says that's an insult to the citizens. Yes, we have been insulted several times by these people, but their days are numbered.